Hey YouTube, so I'm back with my 1 week update after surgery. It's actually a week and a couple of days, but I just want to let you guys know that everything went really good. And other than the pain, obviously after surgery, as you guys saw in the last video, everything else is great. So I am not in that much pain as I was in the beginning. But the only thing that I've been experiencing is swelling. So the swelling is serious. That's no joke. It's been where I've been having, like the very first scare that I really had, obviously they swell right after surgery, but I had one major scare when I literally had to call the doctor's office and I asked because it was draining and then it was swollen and hot. So I called the physician assistant and she told me, I can put ice on it. I didn't have a fever or anything like that. It was just draining a little extra and like more than the rest of the areas. And it was super hot and really swollen, which also that comes with pain. But after I put ice on it, like that first night, everything was actually okay. You guys can remember from the other video, I did have an issue with this left breast. It had clotting when it was draining and all that stuff, even though they still said it was okay to remove the drains. I was still scared that, it was clotting inside or something was going on. But like I said, after I put ice on it, then that night, it was okay the next morning. I'm still taking my antibiotics. I am still taking my pain meds, but not like on the clock every 4 to 6 hours. I am actually only taking them when I go to sleep because I kind of want to know how my body is healing. I want to feel the pain to know if it's subsiding, is less than the beginning, to know if I'm actually healing, or I don't want to just rely on the pills to take the pain away. So whenever, like during the day, I do too much, my breast will swell. And so then I know to chill out and I put ice on it and I'm fine. But as far as movement, I'm trying to move because I do not want just to sit down and just be lazy. So I try to like get up and go to the dining table to eat. I try to get up and just walk around because like by now my wife is back to work obviously and I'm at home alone and I don't want to just rely on her like helping me to stand up, sit down. But as much help as you can get, please take it because you don't want to just keep using your hands to lift yourself up and all this stuff. I'm just learning as I go ways to make it easy for me to move around and sit, stand, and all that stuff. I can tell when I do too much because then my breast will swell. And like the nurse told me when I went last Monday back to the doctor's office that if you do too much, the more you're gonna swell, the longer it's gonna take for you to heal. And you don't want it to swell too much because then it stretches the way your stitches are. That's not no good for anybody. So like I said, a lot of people don't have to do what I did, but after a week, I had to go back and get the stitches around my nipples removed. And it wasn't so bad. They have to tug a little bit to pull on the sutures, but everything was good. It wasn't that bad. You don't need to be numbed or anything like that. It was all good. I don't have to do dressings anymore after week 1. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, so I don't have to do dressings anymore. That's awesome. My mom was here that whole first week, so she actually was the one changing the dressings for me. Thank God for that. Because you're gonna find that it's hard to like move around, like to see the bottom and all that, because it's still stiff and tight. Everything is still very sensitive. Talking about sensitivity, so I was really worried that in the beginning, that was even my very first question that I asked my doctor was about, am I gonna lose sensation around my nipples, on my breast? And actually for me, it's the opposite, you guys. Like when I tell you, the wind could blow right by my breast and I will feel it. Everything is so sensitive. And once the dressings and all that came off and I didn't have to do them anymore, oh my God. But anyway, so I have to literally at night, and also itching. When you start healing, you get itchy. So I'm trying my best to not scratch all that stuff, because they tell you you can pull on your sutures or where the stitching is, and you could create stretch marks. You could pull on your sutures, and I mean your scars and all that stuff. So I'm trying to really not scratch, and I do this sometimes if I have to scratch on top of my clothes, just so I'm not like doing any damage to myself. But it's gonna be itchy, believe me. Let me see. So my breasts are healing very well as far as where the stitches are. Everything is looking good. Like I said, no more dressings. I'm not draining anything anymore. I mean, nothing is draining out anymore. Everything looks really good. And I'm really happy with my results and everything. I mean, I know these are not the final results, but I'm really happy with everything. As you guys can see, I'm sure they still look pretty big on camera, because how the camera do. But side frame, that's my wife sleeping over there on the couch, because she refuses to go to bed if I'm not in bed. But on the side frame, they are so much smaller. Oh my God, before they would droop or would be already right here if I was sitting right here on the table. They are so much smaller, and but don't forget, they're still very much swollen. This is not the final result. This one is bigger than this one. This is the one that swells more than that one. So they look very uneven when I look in the mirror, but I know these are not the final result, and they will look better. Let me show you guys the bra that I have. I got these little sports bras from Amazon. They came with paddings, but I removed the paddings. But as you guys can see, this one, I think it looks bigger than this one because it's more swollen than this one. I am not about to show you guys my breasts fully, not now, maybe later if I feel more comfortable. But like I said, it's just more swelling on this side than on the left side than the right side. But that's just how it is. But the right side is still swollen too, just not as much as the left. And as far as pain, it comes more from that left side than the right side. And I don't know why, but as long as everything's looking good, I'm good. I know it's just gonna take time to fully heal, and I'm okay with that. I'm not tripping. I do have an appointment with my doctor next week. Like this Monday that I went, today's Wednesday, so it's a week and a couple of days. But on Monday when I went, it was really just to remove the sutures around my nipples, because those were not dissolvable. But I am going for my 2-week post-op checkup with the actual doctor, and he's gonna actually look at everything, tell me if everything is healing well and all that. I'm happy with my results. So that's not even anything that I want to talk to him about, but I do want to ask him about what to do in the healing process, because I'm prone to keloids, and I do not want to have keloids around my nipples, around my breasts. Nobody wants that. So I'm going to ask him how we're going to handle that. But I know he does have his own regimen as far as healing for people who are prone to keloids. So I'm going to ask about that and the swelling to make sure everything is still good. So I will go next week to talk to him about, all that stuff, like healing, and because I had an accident before where I had scars, and I put vitamin E oil on my skin, and it works wonders on me, and I really don't have any scars or darkening around that area, so I'm wondering if I can do that for my breasts also. I will ask if I can do vitamin E oil, or he has his own regimen, and I will let you guys know what it is, obviously. Let me see. I really don't have that many questions to ask him. Just don't want to end up with keloids or a lot of scarring around my breast. That's all. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them down in my comments, and I will ask. Today is Wednesday, the week before Christmas, and I will for sure, I'm going the day after Christmas. So if you guys have any questions before that, please don't feel, please go ahead and write them in my comments, and I will ask. But thanks so much, you guys, for watching and following me on this journey, and just supporting me, and I really appreciate it. Everything is going good. I'm healing well. I'm doing great. Let me see. Is there anything else I need to tell you guys? I don't know. I think that's all for this week. If anything else comes up, I'll just shoot another video. And I think that's all. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Share this if you think anybody needs to know any of this information. And I will come back to you guys later with more updates. I love you guys so much. Just for supporting me and being here. Look at that. Before, when my breasts were large and heavy, I would have lines, like my bra would be digging down my chest, and now it's not. I'm so excited. So I love my breasts now. I mean, I love them before, but now I love them even more. And they're not hurting me. So I don't have anything else that's new. I will come back to you guys next week with more updates, and please like and subscribe to my channel. Share this video if you think anybody needs this information. I will see you guys later.